All right, good morning, Coffee and Football. Week 5 of the 1956 Johnny Unitas career playthrough. Again, I am sticking for now with my 2.5 version of football time, big country football time. I've been using the FACs for the last couple of games. I'm going to go ahead and use a die for this game. And I'll still use this for details. All right, so we have the Packers in the second game against the Colts coming to town. We are at Memorial Stadium. The Green Bay Packers, last time we met, we defeated the Packers in Green Bay 31-22. Both offenses at the height of against these bad defenses. Both teams have F-rated defenses, B-rated offense. They come out AA. And it was a 53-point game, which is exactly what I want to see. And that's why this particular scoring chart is one of my favorites. A little more productive. I don't know if I've talked about this before, but this particular version, scoring charts, I originally it had an American chart and a Canadian chart. What happened was I decided to kind of put those together so this chart would do college, Canadian, and American football a little better as far as points total. The latest charts are a little narrower and the scoring is less, it's a little more focused to American football. Okay, not college, not high school, not CFL, but more to an American, the American professional game, a little tighter. So this produces a little more points, obviously, right? Well, at least on the A charts. Okay. So we've got the Green Bay Packers. Leslie, it's L-I-S-L. To be honest, I honestly don't know how to pronounce his first name. It's L-I-S-L-E. So it could be Lyle, could be Leslie. Lizzle? I have no idea how to pronounce it. Blackburn I can pronounce, but that's the Packers coach. And a shame on me, but I have never heard the pronunciation of L-I-S-L-E. So I'm assuming it's Lyle, but I really don't know. Anyway, and I've never seen the name before, so it's new to me. Tobin Rote at quarterback. Reed, Ferguson, and Carmichael are the three backs. Knaflick and Houghton is the top receiver. Hanner, Forrester, and Dillon are their top defensive players. Deshane does the punting and the place kicker cone, and Carmichael also does the return duties for this Packers team. This Packers team, again with Tobin Rote, was pretty good offense, right? Okay, that defense though, lordy, bad. Baltimore Colts, they were just beginning. In 2 years, they will be in what is known as the greatest game, winning the championship in overtime on television in front of the world against the New York Giants. So this team is on the cusp of greatness. Weeb Eubank at the coaching helm. This offense good, defense not so hot yet. A young Unitas, a young Dupree, a young Amici, a rookie in Moore. So a brilliant backfield. And then Raymond Berry, who will become a Hall of Famer. He and Johnny Unitas will write the script on modern passing, what it takes to up that completion percentage and be on the same page between receivers and quarterbacks. And Mutt Scheller, a fantastic tight end. Gino Marchetti will be on that championship team. Eggers, Reshishar, and Tassif will also all be on that championship team. So the biggest changes will be health, and the biggest changes will be a few other players will come in, Big Daddy, etc. So there's going to be some changes on the defensive line here that are really going to make Baltimore a tough out in the future. All right, but Johnny Unitas, this was his first year as a starter. Let's find out. So Green Bay wins the toss. And no, it will be Baltimore with that A offense. They're going to take the ball. Baltimore in front of hometown fans. They want to come out and give the world, give the fans, hometown fans, something to cheer about in the opening drive. And let's find out. 3 on A is a field goal. So they're going to get a field goal from Reshishar of 49 yards. Reshishar, 49-yard field goal. Again, it's a little high. The field goal numbers are a little high in this deck of cards because this was made for a modern Patriot Football League that we were playing, which was, in the 20, it was in its 30-something years. So these were a little more modern-looking football. All right, Green Bay, can they keep pace with that A? I think they will, if not better. Oh, turnover. I misspoke. Sack by their top lineman, Marchetti. It's going to be Marchetti. Sack and Eggers fumble recovery. Holy cow. So a turnover by Green Bay. Baltimore is going to not be able to parlay that. Baltimore with a punt. Green Bay, second drive, last drive of the first, another turnover, but it is a sack. So Marchetti, or I can't think of the other guys now, but we'll put defensive lineman sack, and they will have to punt. Folks, it is 0-3, despite of both of them being on the A charts. It is a tight contest. So both teams on offense a little uptight, or maybe the defenses came out pumped up for this second matchup between these two. And again, they would know each other now. They've met each other once before, so they really kind of feel familiar with each other. All right, here we go, Baltimore. I don't know why I don't write this in here beforehand. There we go. All right, Baltimore Colts. First possession of the second is going to be a touchdown. That's what they need. And it's going to be a pass to Raymond Berry. So it's going to be Unitas. 6-yard pass to Berry. P-A-T. Green Bay. They need to start scoring. And Green Bay is going to score a touchdown on the A chart. It's going to be a run for their top back. Their top back is Ferguson. Reed, excuse me. A running back, not fullback. Reed. 4-yard run. TD. P-A-T. And we got us a ball game, folks. It's 10-7. Colts at home. And the Colts are going to score another touchdown. There it is. It's going to be a quarterback dive for 2 yards. So Unitas drops back, rolls out, sees an opening, and just steps into the end zone on a quick quarterback keeper. And last but not least, can Tobin Rote keep pace? Nope. They're going to have to punt the ball away at the end of the half. Folks, the Packers finally get on the board with 7. Johnny Unitas scores 14, 17-7 at halftime. Green Bay gets the ball to start the second half, and they're going to have to come down the field and score quick. If not, they're going to leave the door wide open for a surging 3-1 Colts team. Here we go. Green Bay needs to keep scoring. No, they're going to turn over. The turnover is another sack, so we're going to see another DL sack and a punt. Holy cow. Here we go. But at least it's not a turnover. And 2 is a punt without any particular big play. Holy cow. So Baltimore stifled. That's good for Green Bay. They need to force punts. Green Bay needs to score now. Nope. T.O. It's going to be an interception by Eggers. So it's going to be Rote, intercepted by Eggers. Eggers has had a fumble recovery and now an interception. We can't improve, so we stay on the A charts. Baltimore on the short field is going to kick a field goal, and it's going to be a 39-yarder. So not as short a field as I thought, but short enough. It's going to be Reshishar. 39-yard field goal. Folks, what a quiet quarter, but the Colts do enough, I think, to put this game on ice. Green Bay must score touchdowns and must get an onside kick to win this game, I think. It's going to be another turnover. Green Bay struggling. It's going to be a big hit by Eggers. Big hit, Eggers. So Eggers having a brilliant day. Punt. So it might have been a 3rd and inches, and Eggers comes around, pops their running back, stunts him, and they have to punt the ball. Here we go. Baltimore, touchdown, and we're going to put icing on the cake with a 5-yard run by Dupree. 5-yard run, P-A-T. This game is in the books. Green Bay does not have to do any... Oh, another one. Are you kidding? It's going to be... See, I tell you this, I would have flipped a touchdown. It would be a different ball game if I was using the cards. So in a way, the random dice, there it is. It is a big hit. Linebacker fumble recovered by the DB. Big hit. Linebacker fumble recovered by the DB. That's going to be Tassif. Oh my gosh. And Baltimore kills clock. End of game. Baltimore gets a touchdown. And big hit, punt, and big hit linebacker fumble recovery for Tassif. Kill clock. Shutout second half. Are you kidding? They were shut out in the second half. 7 for the Packers. 21-24, 27 for the Colts. They are now 4-1. And again, we don't know the Packers' schedule. I mean, because I only care about the games they're playing in my replay. So we're going to win this game 27-7. Unitas had a touchdown pass, a run, 1-2. He had 2 touchdowns in this game, 2 TDs. So Unitas had a touchdown and a fumble loss in their loss to the Bears. He had a touchdown pass in their win over the Lions, so he was starting to steady himself. Then he has been, because he's been on the A charts for 2 of the last 3 games, he has 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns. No turnovers for Johnny U, but 2 of those games were the F-rated Packers right here. So he just lit them up for 5 touchdowns, no turnovers. So that's what it should do. They're going to face the Cleveland Browns in week 6, and the Cleveland Browns may have the league's number 1 or number 2 defense. Let's double check. Yep. The Brownies have an F offense. This is, by the way, next year they will draft a kid from Syracuse named Jim Brown, a fullback. And you can see why, because they are historically rated an F in 56, but their defense phenomenal, an A. So that's going to be Johnny Unitas' first real challenge of the season in football time, is that A-rated defense next week. So hang in there for that one. Congratulations to the Baltimore Colts as they climb to 4-1, and they may be well on their way to winning this division, and or at least in a playoff with the Bears or the Lions to get to the championship. That'll be excellent. And Packers are just going to have to get to work on that defense for next year. Thank you. Bye-bye.